Now it is okay, I think so. Is it okay, the video, whatever you can see?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. Okay, thank you. Right. Good evening to everyone. Okay. Today in this present demonstration that comes under this concrete and highway engineering lab. Okay, in the previous sessions we have gone through the first experiment, that is fineness of the cement. Okay, this basically this lab is very important for the civil engineers. Why means it gives the information about the quality of the materials, quality of the building materials. Here the building materials are nothing but cement, fine aggregate and coarse aggregate. Right. If the properties of the building materials are satisfied according to the Indian standards, whatever the standards which we are following, then that materials are that building materials can be used in the different construction field. Okay, then automatically we can achieve the good properties of the building materials, and that gives the good results. If these are not satisfied, then that type of materials are not going to consider, and that cannot be used in the different construction field. Okay, to find the quality, to find the properties of the materials, some of the tests which can be done in the laboratory as well as it can be done in the laboratory, or it can be done in the construction field itself, site itself. Okay, the entire there are different types of the tests are there that will comes under this concrete technology lab, and that experiments give the result to find the properties of the material, whether these are the properties are satisfying or not. Okay, so now coming to this CT, concrete and highway engineering lab, the first test is fineness of the cement. Already we have gone through this fineness of the cement, how we have determined, okay, what are the equipments to be required to find the fineness of the cement. I have shown clearly myself. I have done myself in the laboratory, as well as I have shown one video regarding this calculation of the fineness of the cement. Just let me remember that part, experiment once again. Okay, why we need to discuss again? Which in between there is a mid exams and everything has been gone right. So many are not. That means many students are not interested to listen. So for that purpose, for the remembering purpose, just we are going to recall the first experiment. Okay, after that we will start the fresh experiment. Just it is a simple experiment, that is the fineness of the cement. Fineness of the cement is nothing but we are calculating the particle size of the cement. Okay, how we are going to determine the particle size of the cement means by using the sieve method. Okay, by using the sieve method. Here the sieve which is used to determine or to calculate this fineness of the cement is 90 micron sieve. Okay, here we are going to take 100 grams of the cement. That 100 grams of the cement is going to be placed on the 90 micron sieve. Okay, now after placing this residue, complete residue on 90 micron sieve, we need to sieve the particular cement at least 15 minutes. Okay, after completion of the time period 15 minutes, now you can see some changes can be seen in that particular sieve. That means the fine particle will be completely passed through 90 micron sieve, and the coarse particle completely will be retained on the 90 micron sieve. What does it mean? If the cement particles are greater than 90 micron, that particles will be stand on the surface of the sieve itself. If the cement particles are less than 90 micron, that particles will be passed through 90 micron sieve. Okay, now here we need to calculate the percentage weight of a residue. That means percentage weight of the coarse material, coarse cement particles. How we can determine weight of the retained material divided by weight of the cement? Give into 100 gives the fineness of the cement. Okay, but according to Indian standard, it should not exceed more than 10%. If it exceeds 10%, then that consists of the coarse cement particles are more in that particular cement bag. So that cement cannot be considered. Why we need to determine this fineness of the cement? If the cement is in good fineness, then it gives good bonding between the particle to particle. Okay, it gives the proper strength. It gives the proper workability. Okay, if the cement particles are not good, the hydration process will not take place there, and it gives result in segregation and bleeding of the concrete. So to avoid that problem, so we need to check before whenever the material is used in the construction field. Before that, we need to check the property of the cement. That is whether the cement is in a fine condition or not. Okay, if the cement is in fine condition, that is nothing but according to Indian standards, if it satisfies, then that cement can be used in any different construction field. Okay, that is a simple test, and that already we have gone through it, and we have seen the practical exposure also. Okay, you understood how to determine how to do this fineness of the test, right? To find by using this dry sieve method. Okay, now we have gone through. Now we already determined the fineness of the cement. Okay, after knowing that the cement is in a good condition, that is the cement is in a fine condition. Now we need to know. We need to find out that the percentage of the water which is added to the cement, the amount of the water which is added to the cement. For example, suppose if I take 100 grams of the cement. Okay, for this 100 grams of the cement, to make the cement into consistency paste, we need to add some amount of the water. But actually, we don't know how much amount of the water to be added in that particular 100 grams of the cement. So, we are going to determine the amount of the water that to be added in the particular quantity of the cement. That the determination of the amount of the water is done under this fresh test. That the name of the test is normal consistency of a cement. Okay, in the first step we have determined the fineness of the cement. Now the cement, the fineness of the, that means the property of the fineness to that particular cement is satisfied according to Indian standard. Now this cement should be used in the construction field. How we can use that? Either it can be converted into mortar, or the cement can be converted into concrete. Before converting into cement paste, we need to add some amount of the water, right? But here we don't know how much amount of the water we need to add. So here we are going to calculate the percentage of the water. Okay, determining the percentage of the water by using the normal consistency test. Okay, determining the water content. That water content is going to be added in the particular amount of the cement. Whatever the amount which we are taking, whether it is 100 grams, whether it is 1 kg, whether it is 50 kg, whether it is 100 kg, whatever the quantity you take, for that we need to add some percentage of the water. Then only the cement is converted into consistency state, paste state, right? But here we need to add maximum water. That means the normal water which accepts the cement. If more water is added, what will happen? The cement is completely converted into liquid state. If less water is added in the cement, what will happen? The consistency of the cement cannot be good. So proper mix of cement to be added. That particular amount of that particular amount of water which we are going to determine by using this normal consistency test. Okay, Here the normal consistency test is nothing but the standard or normal consistency of the cement is going to be determined the amount of the water. That amount of the water is going to be added in the cement paste. Okay, that now after adding cement paste, it is in good consistency, then that cement can be used in any different component of the structure. But before that, we need to study, we need to understand how much water we need to add to the particular quantity of the cement. Okay, now to calculate this water cement ratio to the particular quantity of the cement. Now which equipment is used to determine this normal consistency means the name of the equipment is VCAT apparatus. See, this is the VCAT apparatus. Here you can observe. By using this VCAT apparatus, we can determine three tests. The first one is normal consistency, that is nothing but we are calculating the water quantity. The second one is initial setting time of the cement. After adding the water, we need to find the initial setting time of the cement, whether at what time the setting time of the cement is starting. That is initial setting time of the cement. That also, the test also can be determined by using this VCAT apparatus itself. And the third test is final setting time of the cement. At what time finally it is the setting time is going to be closed, completely it converted into hardening state. That time also can be calculated by using this VCAT apparatus. Okay, the name of the equipment is VCAT apparatus. By using this VCAT apparatus, we can calculate the normal consistency of the cement, we can calculate the initial setting time of the cement, we can calculate the final setting time of the cement. Okay, the procedure will be differ from experiment to experiment. Okay, today in this present session, we are going to calculate this normal consistency of the cement. Okay, just we are finding the amount of the water. Okay, now let's see. To find this normal consistency of the cement, we required a fresh dry powder cement, whatever the grade, whether it is M30, M40, 33, 43, 53, whatever the grade you choose according to the availability in the laboratory, right? Okay, now we need to select a cement. So after selecting the cement, you check the cement that the cement is consists of any lumps or not, any pebbles or not. Okay, if there is any presence of pebbles, you just rub it, completely convert it into powder state. Okay, now that cement should be weighed. Now, now here to calculate this normal consistency of the cement, here we need to take 400 grams of the cement. Okay, 400 grams of the cement. Here you can see on the board. Normal consistency of cement. Okay. Okay. Now first step is weight of the cement. 400 grams.
Sir, board is not visible, sir.
Right. Wait, sorry. Here you can write, right? You can visible here, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Weight of cement is equal to 400 grams. You may get one doubt. Why Sir is saying only 400 grams? We can take 100 grams, we can take 450 grams, or we can take 350 grams. As your wish. But according to Indian standard, the actual to calculate this normal consistency of cement, we need to start with the 250 grams of the cement. Okay, the capacity of this mold is up to 380 to 400 grams only. So for that purpose, I am taking 400 grams of the cement. Why excess I am taking means there will be some wastage. Okay, so for that purpose, I am taking 400 grams of the cement. If you are not wasting the cement, then you can go for 350 or 250 or 300 grams as your wish. Okay, now I have taken the W1, that is the weight of the cement is 400 grams. Now for this 400 grams of the cement, here actual point rise. For this 400 grams of the cement, to make the cement into consistency way, to make the cement into paste state, we need to add some percentage of the water. But actually we don't know how much water we need to add. How much exact water we need to add to make the cement into consistency state. So for that purpose, what we need to do means, first the water cement ratio which we are taking is 28%. Just we are imagining, approximately we are taking 28% of the water. You can take 25, you can take 20, you can take 15, you can take 18, whatever the value you take. Here I am assuming the water cement ratio first is 28%. Can you see on the board, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay, now I have taken 28%. But actually I don't know the weight of the water. I know the weight of the cement. I know the percentage of the water to be added in 400 grams of the cement. But actually I don't know weight of the water. How to calculate the weight of the water means, see here, water cement ratio equal to 28% of the water. Now I need to get weight of the water, W equal to 28% into cement. Okay, now weight of the water, W equal to 28%, 28 by 100 into 400. The weight of the cement is 400. 0 will get cancel. Okay. (28 into 4), 112 grams of or ml of water. Is it correct? Did you got the how to now you got the point that how to calculate this weight of the water? Again I will explain. See here, first to calculate this normal consistency, we have taken 400 grams. Weight of the cement equal to 400 grams. Okay. Now we have taken 400 grams. For this 400 grams, we need to add some percentage of the water. That actually we don't know how much percentage of the water we need to add to make into paste state, to make into consistency state, to make into homogeneous state. Okay, so here I am assuming take 28% of the water. You can take any one, 25 or 20 or 10%, whatever it may be. Here I am taking the water cement ratio is 28%. Okay, now I know the weight of the cement, I know the weight of the percentage of the water, but I don't know actual amount of the water to be added in 400 grams of the cement. Now I need to calculate, I need to find out the weight of the water. How I can find out the weight of the water means, see here, water cement ratio, that is nothing but this is the weight of water and this is the cement, right? Water cement ratio is equal to 28%. Now I need to calculate the water weight of the water equal to 28% into cement. Okay, this will come here, right? Now weight of the water, that is W equal to 28% is nothing but 28 by 100 into cement weight is 400. Okay, zeros gets cancelled. 28 into 4 is nothing but 112 grams or ml. So now the weight of the water is 112 grams or 112 ml of water to be added into 400 grams of the cement by using the measuring jar. We will be having different sizes of the measuring jars, right? Okay, now 112 grams or 112 ml of water to be added in 400 grams of the cement. Okay, now we found out the weight of the water. So now I will take the 400 grams of the cement. See here is the cement. Okay, I will take some percentage of the cement and I will mix it. Actually, if you are having the weighing machine, then we can calculate very easily. Now this is the non-porous cup. Okay, for the mixing of cement or for the mixing of sand, clay or whatever it may be. See, this is the cement. Okay, now I am taking 400 grams of the cement. See, now I have taken the 400 grams of the cement. Okay, for this 400 grams of the cement, already we have calculated the weight of the water. That is 112 grams of the water. All you can take it as 112 ml of water. Okay, now this is the water. Approximately, if you have the measuring jar, again I will show the video, no problem. How to mix? I am explaining how to mix it, this cement paste. How we are going to convert this dry cement powder into consistency state. So this is the spatula. This is the trowel. Okay, this is the trowel. This is the spatula for a mixing of cement. Actually, this should be mixed on the non-porous glass plate. This is also bowl, but it is very difficult to mix here. Okay. Now you got the idea, right? How to calculate the weight of the water. If you have any doubts, please now itself tell me. I will again, if you want, I will repeat it once more. See, this entire process should be, the mixing procedure should be completed within 2 to 3 minutes. Within 2 to 3 minutes, we need to complete the mixing process, and that entire residue should be placed in the VCAT mode. See, now the cement paste is the dry cement is completely converted into consistency state. That is nothing but the paste state. See, here you can observe. It is completely in a paste state. Why it came to consistency means we have added some amount of the water. Okay, now coming to this VCAT apparatus. See, observe the VCAT apparatus. Here, this mold will be named as VCAT mold. The height will be 40 mm, and the dia, the top dia and bottom dia will be 80. This top dia will be 30. Okay, this is the non-porous glass plate. This is the non-porous glass plate. See, this is the plunger. Here, this will be moved towards downward and upward direction. Okay, here on the front side of this VCAT apparatus, you can observe the scale reading. Okay, 0 to 50 mm. 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, to calculate this normal consistency of the cement, we need to use one needle. The name of this needle is plunger. See, you can observe here, right? The plunger, we will call it as a needle. The name of the needle is plunger. The dimensions of this plunger is, height will be 50 mm and the dia of this will be 10 mm, 1 centimeter. Okay, this plunger is used to calculate the normal consistency of the cement. For objectives, it is very important. This plunger is going to be used for the determination of normal consistency of the cement. Okay, again we have 2 more needles. See, here the other needle is there. This needle is used to calculate the initial setting time of the cement. Okay, this needle is used to calculate the initial setting time of the cement. Again, the other needle, here at the bottom there will be some impression. Okay, this needle is used to calculate the final setting time of the cement. Okay, we have 3 needles. That first one is plunger, and the second one is initial setting time needle, and the third one is final setting time of a needle. Okay, you should not get confused. Okay, whenever we are asking about which needle is used to calculate normal consistency, immediately you need to say that the plunger we are going to use to calculate the normal consistency of the cement. Okay, no, let's forget about these two needles. So when we go to the initial setting time and final setting time, at the time I will explain about the dimensions of this particular needle, how it is going to be used. Okay. See, now coming to this plunger, see here, here you can observe the readings. This is the hook, this is the handle that will be moved towards upward and direction. Now this plunger is going to be fixed at the bottom of this VCAT apparatus. See, it is going to be tightened and it is locked with the hook. Here there will be a hook and this can be locked. See, now it cannot move towards downward and it cannot be moved upward. Okay, after locking, what we need to do means, now place this VCAT mold on the bottom of this plunger. Okay, now place this VCAT mold on the bottom of this plunger. Now after placing, what we need to do, now we need to place the entire residue on the, and we need to fill the residue into this VCAT mold. See here, like this. Completely we are going to fill the mold. With the help of this spatula. See, it is now empty. Completely whatever the cement which I have mixed, that is completely filled in this VCAT mold. Okay. Just make some disturbance to the mold. Why means if there is any voids are present, that will be completely eradicated. Okay, that is completely exploded. Now after completely filling of this VCAT mold, now whatever the excess cement is present on the VCAT mold, that should be removed with the help of this spatula, like this. Completely it should be made into even position. Okay, the top surface should be even. Now the cement paste is completely filled in the VCAT mold. Now what we need to do means, now actually we need to calculate the normal consistency. Okay, how we are going to calculate the normal consistency means, see here, the water that permits the VCAT plunger to penetrate to a depth of 5 to 7 mm. Okay, this plunger should be completely penetrated to 5 to 7 mm from the bottom of the plunger, bottom of the mold. So up to that time we need to repeat the experiment. Okay, so first I will show how to release this plunger. See, after taking this hook, slowly come to the top surface of this VCAT mold and now release it. If you release, what you are observing means, see here, now the complete plunger is inserted into the mold. Okay, here you can see one reading. Okay, here there is a one bolt that shows the reading, how much depth it has been penetrated. Okay, if you observe here, it is penetrated to 0. That means the water quantity which we added in the cement paste is exceeded. If the water is exceeded, what will happen? It is completely in a liquid state, right? Then whatever we are placing in the cement, it is completely goes to the deep. So here we need to reduce the water. Actually, we have taken 28%. Again, we come to the 26% or 2% we are going to reduce it. Okay, this is one process. Suppose if the needle stands here, now the actual reading is I think 45 or 47. If the needle stands like this, at that time what will happen? The water is not sufficient in this particular cement. The water which we added in this particular cement is not sufficient. At that time, what we need to do? We need to add some more water. Again, we are going to add 2% water, and again we are going to mix, and that particular cement is we are placing in this. Again, the process is going to be repeated. So now, when we need to start this experiment, when we need to start, when we are going to come that whether that particular water we added is correct. When we are going to start this experiment means when this plunger is penetrating to the depth of 5 to 7 mm. See here, you can observe here. 5 to 7 mm is like this. When this plunger is stopped at this particular 5 to 7 mm, when the plunger is penetrated to 5 to 7 mm, at that time, at that particular water, whatever the water which we added to that point, that water we consider as a normal consistency of the cement. Okay, initially we added 28%. If for 28%, if it comes to 5 to 7 mm, then the normal consistency of this particular cement is 28%. Suppose if at 30%, if it is penetrated to 5 to 7 mm, 30% is the normal consistency of the cement. At 35%, it comes to the 5 to 7 mm. 35% is the normal consistency of the particular cement. So here we need to do number of repetitions. So for that purpose, what we need to take, first initially you take 28%. Okay. If you take 28%, it may get any value. It may stop at 5 to 7 mm, or it may get 0 value, or it may get 40 mm. The penetration depth may be 40 mm, 5 to 7 mm, or 0 mm. If it is 0, that we need to understand that the water which we added in the 400 grams of the cement, that is exceeded. Why it is exceeded? That water is not accepting the cement. It is exceeded completely. If the water is exceeded, what will happen? The cement paste will be completely in a liquid state. At that time, the plunger will be completely deep penetrated into 0. It is completely penetrates. So that's why you will get the 0 value. If the water is not up to the point, at that time what will have, it cannot penetrate. It may be stop at 40 or 30 or 20 mm. Okay, so based on that particular values, we need to whether we need to increase the water or whether we need to decrease the water. That point you need to understand. Okay, here when we are going to start the experiment means when the plunger is going to be penetrated at the depth of 5 to 7 mm, that particular water we consider as a normal consistency of the water. Now it is completely 0 penetration, right? Again I will throw the cement, and again I will take 400 grams of the cement. Now what I will do, I will add 26% of the water. 26 means here you will get here you will get 26%. That means 26 into 4, 4 6 24, 4 8 90, 104 grams. Like that, you need to calculate the weight of the water, and that water to be added in the cement, and by using this VCAT apparatus, we can determine the normal consistency of the cement. Okay, when we are going to when we are going to stop means when the needle is going to be penetrated at a depth of 5 to 7 mm. That percentage of the water we named as a normal consistency of the. Suppose at 30% I got to 5 to 7 mm. Now the normal consistency cement is 30%. So for the 400 grams of the cement, 30% of water is enough. In this way, we need to calculate the normal consistency by using this VCAT apparatus. Okay. Now, do you have any doubts? You can ask me, no problem. Anyone, please. Why we are calculating this normal consistency means to find the compressive strength of the cement, to find the split tensile of the cement, to find any tensile strength of the cement, to find any further other test. First we need to add some water. So if we are not knowing how much water we need to add, that is waste of time. So to find the amount of the water, to determine the amount of the water, to know the amount of water to be added in the cement, that gives the normal consistency of the cement. If the cement is good consistency, then remaining test we can go through it. Okay, for that purpose we are calculating this normal consistency of cement. Okay, I hope all of you understood. I think so. If you have any doubts regarding the calculation or regarding this point, how to see the reading, anything, any doubt if you have, please raise a question. Then I am always ready to clear your doubt. Please. Anyone? Just in a normal words, just here we are determining the weight of the water. Okay, if you say, if you take 100 grams of the cement, for 100 grams of the cement, that 100 grams of the cement we need to convert into paste. So to make into paste, we need to add some amount of the water, but we don't know how much amount of the water to be added to the 100 grams of the cement. So that weight of the water we are calculating here. So whatever we have taken the weight of the water, whether it is satisfied to this particular cement or not, whether it is accepting the cement or not, whether the water which we have taken, whether it is exceeding or below the level or it is correct, that we don't know. That, so we need to find that one. How we can find? By using this VCAT apparatus. How we can find means, when the plunger is penetrated at a depth of 5 to 7 mm, that percentage of the water we consider as a normal consistency of the water. It may come at 30%, it may come 32%, it may become 28%. It is also depends on the temperature. So whenever we are doing this normal consistency cement, the room temperature should be 28 degrees Celsius plus or minus 2. We need to maintain the room temperature. It is completely, whatever the concrete we are mixing or we are doing tests, it depends on the temperature only. If the temperature is high, whatever the properties which we are expecting, it may be there will be some disturbances in the properties. We cannot achieve the good results. So proper certain regulations, rules and regulations to be followed while testing the materials. Then only we can achieve proper the results of this properties of the materials. Okay, this is about the normal consistency of the cement by using the VCAT apparatus. Just we have the in the front of this VCAT apparatus, we will be having reading. To find this normal consistency, we will be using the plunger. The dimensions of the plunger will be 50 mm height and the dia of the plunger will be 10 mm. Okay, here you take whatever the quantity of the cement, you take 250, 350, 400, okay, whatever it be. And here I am taking 400 grams of the cement. For this 400 grams of the cement, I am choosing water cement ratio is 28%. I am choosing water cement ratio is 28%. But actually I don't know the weight of the water. So by doing this process, you can calculate the weight of the water. That is, water cement ratio is 28%. Already we know the weight of the cement, right? Now weight of the water equal to 28% into C. C is nothing but 400 grams. Now 28%, right? 28 by 100 into 400. 100 zeros get cancelled. 28 into 4, that is 112 grams of the water, 112 ml of the water. If you take 25 grams, 25 into 400. So in this way, you need to find the weight of the water and that water to be added in the particular amount of the cement, and you do the test. If you get 5 to 7 mm penetration, that percentage of the water is okay for the cement. Okay, if it is 0, again you need to retest the redo the test. Again, you need to trial and error method, like you need to complete it in 2 trials or 3 trials or 4 trials. If you do number of trials, you will get idea. If it is completely penetrated, what we need to do. If it is not penetrated, what we need to. You will get that type of idea. Then if you get once idea, then automatically you can complete the experiment very easily. Okay, this is the procedure. This is the practical exposure of this how to determine this normal consistency of the cement by using VCAT apparatus. Okay, by using this VCAT apparatus, we are going to determine 3 tests. That is normal consistency, initial setting time of cement, and third one is final setting time of the cement. Okay, please ask me questions if you have any doubts. I hope all of you understood. I think so. If you are not asking any doubts, that means you are not understanding. If you ask any question, then only you are listening, I think.